Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the basic mesh and nodal method or nodal analysis anamata. Nodal analysis. So today we are going to discuss about mesh method, mesh analysis. So mesh analysis is the one of the application for Kirchhoff's voltage law. It's the one of the application for Kirchhoff's voltage law, and we can clearly see that in this mesh analysis it is a loop. It is a loop and it consisting of only the voltage sources and the resistors. So the mesh consisting of the mesh analysis, the circuit consisting of only the voltage sources and resistors. So let us going to know about this mesh analysis, and is one of the application for Kirchhoff's voltage law. So first of all we are going to draw a circuit, basic circuit. So here the circuit consisting of voltage sources and resistors. So let the circuit be like this. So 2 voltage sources and 3 resistors. Okay, see here the voltage sources are, this one is plus minus, the longer arm is plus and the shorter arm is minus, and here longer arm, shorter arm, E1, E2. So the resistors are general resistors R1, R2, R3. Okay, for this circuit I can take the current flowing through these two loops, these two meshes is I will take in the same clockwise direction, but we discussed earlier in the earlier classes in series circuits and parallel circuits, so we can follow one method and this one is the another method. Okay, so here in the resistor, see the resistor R, we can give the signs like this. So R plus minus, and the flow of current direction is I is like this. Okay, so here we can give a sign notification. So plus minus, plus minus, minus plus. Okay, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. Here the signs are be like this. Okay, plus minus. So when the current is flowing from positive sign to negative sign, what happens? Positive to negative. So there should be a voltage drop. So we can take a sign of negative before the element, and here minus to plus means the voltage positive to negative to positive, so we can take voltage rise. So here we can take the positive sign. Okay, these are the sign indications. Now we are going to apply KVL for the loop 1. So apply KVL for loop 1. What happens here? See, apply KVL for loop 1. See what happens, this is the loop 1. So see the current direction is in this way. So I is the current. Okay, so see what happens here. I1, I1, I2. Okay, so let us see. I1, I2, two currents, I1, I2. Okay, so I1 R1, here positive to negative, what happened? Negative sign. Okay, minus I1 R1, and again positive to negative, minus I1 R3, and here the loop is from the current in this loop is from negative to positive, so plus I2 R3, and again here the current flows from negative terminal to positive terminal, so we can take the positive sign, plus E1 is equals to 0. Is it clear? Minus I1 R1 minus I1 R3 plus I2 R3 plus E1 is equals to 0. According to which one? According to this rule. Okay, according to this sign indication rule, we can use this equation. Let's just simplify this one here. Separate I1 values here, minus I1 into R1 plus R3 plus I2 R3 plus E1 is equals to 0. Is it clear? Is it clear? Yes. Now send that E1 to that place, that side. Minus I1 into R1 plus R3 plus I2 R3 is equals to minus E1. Take it as equation number 1. Why? Because we are applying here KVL, because mesh is the one of the application of Kirchhoff's voltage law. Whenever the circuit consisting of only voltage sources and RLC parameters, whatever it is, we can use the mesh analysis. Okay. Next, apply KVL for loop 2. Apply KVL for loop 2. What happens? Apply KVL for loop 2. See here, positive to negative, minus sign, minus I2 R2 and plus to minus, plus E2, sorry, plus to minus, minus E2 and minus to plus, plus I2 R3 minus I1 R3 is equals to 0. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay. Then what we are going to, we can separate the I2 value. I2. Why? Because I2 is common here. So minus R2 plus R3 minus I1 R3 is equals to E2. So plus E2 go that side, it will become plus E2, minus E2 become plus E2, and we can take the minus outside. Minus I2, what happens? R2 minus R3 minus I1 R3 is equals to E2. Take it as equation 2. By solving 1 and 2, we get current flowing through the resistors, R1 and R2 and R3. Okay. So this is the Kirchhoff's voltage law application mesh analysis. Okay. After solving all these things, we find IR1, current flowing through the R1 resistance, current flowing through the R2 resistance, and current flowing through the R3 resistance. So I1 is the current flowing through R1 resistance, so IR1 can be determined, and I2 is the current flowing through the R2 resistance, so IR2 is determined. Coming to R3, there are two currents are flowing, but it may not be IR3 is equals to I1 plus I2, but in some cases I1 is greater than, so it will be I1 minus I2. In some case I2 is greater than I2 minus I1. Like this we are going to find the currents flowing through the resistance. So this is the application of a Kirchhoff's voltage law, which is nothing but mesh analysis. Mesh analysis. Okay, mesh analysis. Okay, is it clear? Okay students, then we are going to another application of the Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, now we are going to see about the Kirchhoff's current law, application of Kirchhoff's current law. The application of Kirchhoff's current law is nodal analysis. So nodal analysis is a general application of the Kirchhoff's current law. So let us take a general circuit. So general circuit of the Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, R1, so R1, R2, V, current I. So before going to know about this circuit, the one more very important, we have to find identification of nodes for this circuit. Very important thing is identification of node B as a reference. So the voltage at the node B is 0. Let VB is equals to 0 is our assumption. We can take the node B as a reference node. That's why we can we assume that voltage at the node B is 0. Okay, I have to calculate the voltage of node which is other than the reference node. So we have two nodes, so we can take a reference node. So at this reference node the voltage is 0, so we can find the voltage at the another node. What is another node? Let's be find voltage at node A. VA is equals to question mark, because we are going to find the voltage at the another node. So there are three techniques. There are three techniques in the nodal analysis. First one is, if there is a current source in the branch A to B. So the branch A to B there is a current source. Then so current flowing through A to B, IAB is equals to I. What is the source current? Is the current flowing through the whole branch. And second one is, let be a resistance is placed here A, B, and the resistance is R. What is the current flowing through IAB? IAB is equals to here the current is flowing from A to B. So what is the higher voltage? Always the current flows from high potential area to low potential area. So here high potential area is VA. So VA minus VB by R. Let us assume that one more point, IBA. The current flowing through B potential to A potential. Why? Because B is a higher potential. Then the current flows from B point to B node to A node. Then what happens? IBA is equals to VB minus VA by R. Is it clear? Is it clear? And another one technique is, so the branch consists of a voltage source and a resistor in series with the branch, plus minus R voltage. What happens? Then current flowing is IAB. Then what happens here? IAB is equals to VA minus VB minus V. Why? Because positive to negative voltage drop minus R is the condition. And another one condition is IBA. The current is flowing from B to A, B potential to A potential. Then what happens? IBA is equals to VB minus VA plus V by R. So these are the techniques. We are going to use in the nodal analysis. Now our point is, we are going to find out the currents flowing through the resistors. First of all, current starting from the reference point. So these are the techniques we are used in the nodal analysis. So nodal analysis is the one of the applications of the Kirchhoff's current law. So before we can discuss about the applications of Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now what's the aim here? We are going to find out the voltage at the node A. So now we can apply KCL. So okay, write the formula. Apply KCL at node A. So let the current should be start from the reference point. What is the reference voltage here? 0 minus, what is the voltage? VA plus C plus minus. So plus higher potential to lower potential, current flowing from here. So that's why here we can take minus indication. Okay, next what is here? Minus 2 plus. So voltage rise VA. Okay, by what is the resistance connected here? R1 is equals to, what is the KCL statement for KCL? current entering into the algebraic sum of the currents entering into the node is equals to algebraic sum of the currents leaving from the same node. So the current here is entering. Now we can write the expression for the entering current, and now we are going to write the expression for the leaving current. See here, what is the currents, what are the currents leaving from here? So I1, I is the current leaving from the same node, plus, and coming here VA minus 0 by R2 is the current in the branch here. Now we can solve this one. What we are find out? V by R1 minus VA by R1 is equals to I plus VA by R2. Okay, is it clear? We can have these expressions. Now from this, what we are going to find out? We are going to find out the VA. So take all the VA terms in the one side of the equals to. So take this I here. So V1 by R1 minus I. So we can bring the I1 to this side. Then what happens? VA by R2 plus VA by R1. Okay. So V1 by R1 minus I is equals to, take VA common, what happens? 1 by R2 plus 1 by R1. Is it clear? So from this we can find the VA value. VA is nothing but the voltage across the node A. So from this, VA is equals to V1 by R1 minus I divided by 1 by R2 plus 1 by R1. So we can know each and every parameter here. So we can know the voltage value, R1 value, R2 value, I value. So substitute all the known values here, then we can find the value of voltage at node A by using nodal analysis. So is it clear? So this is the derivation for nodal analysis. How we can find the currents? How we can find the current flowing through the circuit? I is the current flowing here in this branch. So it is the I, and voltage VA, R2, R1, V. These are all the known parameters, and the only one unknown parameter is VA. So we can find the expression for this VA, V1 by R1 minus I by 1 by R1 plus R2 plus 1 by R1. By this we can find the nodal analysis. Okay students, thanks by watching this video, and subscribe. I can put the all my previous video links in the description, so each and everyone can follow and subscribe my channel and gain some knowledge. Okay, thank you very much.